All right, so we just covered the whole process, which included downloading the tools, finding free websites, editing the website, and taking the website live. And for the tools, we used Atom, Unsplash, and Kraken. So for Atom, why I like it so much is, first of all, I'm used to it. But when I first started, it gives you different colors for the different syntax on the page. So for HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript, and other languages, it's going to give you different colors. And I'm sure other text editors do that as well. I'm not talking down on any other, but I'm just used to using Atom and I recommend it because I like it and I know it helps you become a better programmer or coder. And then for Unsplash, you have free stock images which help you a lot when you don't have the time or the money to get better images. Sometimes you might need to get a website up in one day. So it's always good to have a stock image in there, at least momentarily, until you have the time to find a good photographer or take the images yourself. Then for Kraken, you gotta optimize the image because an image file has a lot of information in it that makes it really heavy and makes the website load slower because it requires more data to process the image, and that's why you want to extract as much as possible to make the website light and fast. And if in this age day and age, if you don't have a fast website, people are going to leave. And as a good rule of thumb, if your website isn't faster or it doesn't load in 3 seconds or less, it's more likely that a user is going to leave. From there, we downloaded the website, right? We used free-css.com, and they're really good. They give you, I believe, 2,856 free website templates that you can use yourself for free, completely free. They just give it to you. And I think that's amazing. It's a great resource to have. You can browse for days to find a website that you like and then modify it, because the point of a template is to not copy it, but to use it as a starting point so you don't start from ground zero, but you have something already built and then you can modify things. Because unlike building a house where it's really hard to move a wall from one place to the other, you would have to take it down and then build a whole new thing, and from there you probably have to worry about the plumbing and the electricity, right? That's a whole mess. But online, building a website, you can just copy and paste. Simple as that. You don't have to worry about, I mean, you could break other things and that would take time, but of course, that can always just be reverted. Any mistakes can be taken back with a simple Control Z, and that's why it's better to use a template. In some cases, if you're going really custom, it might be better to start from scratch, but a good rule of thumb again is to use a template. From there, I showed you how to edit the template, the files, the HTML in it. And instead of talking to you about the different syntax in there and what each things mean, what each color means, it's better to just walk you through it so you can see me editing it and you can see what exactly is it that you need to edit. You don't have to worry about all the different colors at the moment. All you have to worry about is the gray text, because that's the text that people read on the page. All the other things are the are behind the scenes, so don't worry about those right now. And then finally, we took the website live, and like I said, this is one of the most important parts, because if your website isn't live for the rest of the world to see, then all the efforts in building a great site are gonna be gone to waste, because you built this beautiful thing, but nobody can see it. So that's why taking it live is so important, and adding things like an SSL certificate and being able to add files to it and adding different emails to your website, so you can have different emails for different things, like a contact email, an appointment email, emails for different team members once you start expanding. And Also, a little bit that I didn't explain is the difference between the domain and the hosting. So how a website works, or how the internet works, is it's online real estate. And so you have this whole world online, right? And you gotta buy space for it. So that's where the domain comes in. And so the domain is the address to you, the let's say it's an apartment, right? Let's say the domain is the address to your apartment that you buy, and because it's online, you gotta renew it every year and you pay a small fee. It's not that big, it's like 15, maybe $20, or maybe even less, right? So the the domain is the apartment you buy, and then the hosting are the monthly payments that you do on the apartment for to be able to keep it up. Because you can have a domain, but if you don't have hosting for it, then you basically have nothing. You need to have both. They both go hand in hand. One cannot work with the other, but for some reason they're separate. And that's the best analogy I have. As you start that dwelling into making websites, or understanding how websites work more, you'll start to understand the concept better. But that's the best explanation I can give you right now. And that's it. That's a quick overview, I think, that explains the whole course. And I hope that gave you a better idea of how a website works and why we do certain things in there. And you can see in part 3, I explained the different sections of a website and what makes them important, what type of information you should add in there, and why. Because, as I explained in there, different sections have different, what is it? Different, oh, I cannot think of the word right now. Purposes. Different sections have different purposes, and between industries, you'll you'll need certain sections, and other industries you might not. And from there, you go on to other digital marketing, or just basically marketing strategies that you can start implementing to get more people to your website. Because, again, to emphasize, the website is online real estate. So it's as if you had a store, but online. So still have to find ways to take people there. Otherwise, nobody's gonna find it. Okay, so I hope that helps. If you have any questions, leave them below. I would love to answer it and see where it was confusing and where you would need more help in. Thanks for watching.